about you. And I don't wanna say, but the second that I wait, no, the words can't get to you. We push and we pull, it's wrong and it's right, it's not black and white. But I know that we'll always be something golden. It's only worth taking to make it. If you took a little time to open up, to see my love, to see my love. It's only worth taking to
what I'm working on here is
Will we ever get off this island?
a basic project
I don't
um,
know.
called Webstudiosi. It's I would say a community for the web builder web studio, sorry, this one. So I need to make a little bit of branding and a few a few styles for the web, and then hopefully I'll get something. But the actual deliverable is the website. So, but I thought I should just take a detour and get some stuff done. Let me know if the music is a little bit loud because I'm using a different method to sort of like monitor. So we might not be getting the same output, but yeah, just drop a comment and I'll fix it. So I'm not going to spend a little bit. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the logo itself because again, it's not the main project. The main project is the website, but I need a little bit of a style to build on top of. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick one of these random concepts. I think I created these sort of like leaning into the mirror effect, some sort. I'm not so sure if it kind of makes sense. It made sense in my sketchbook, but I think I'm going to go with something like this one. And yeah, I think I might go with this one or this one. I'm not sure yet, but the idea is something basic, something approachable from my mood board slash fake mood board. It's just a bunch of screenshots. Um, I want something a little bit on the serious side, but without seeming like it's unapproachable. Sort of like, so it should still be approachable, but a little bit serious, if that makes sense. So that's sort of like the goal. But yeah, we'll see where we land. So in terms of the typeface, I think I'm already a little bit biased. I'm going to go with this one that I found. I don't think I can pronounce it, but I'm going to go with this font. This font is the main one. Then I'll try and look for like a basic font, something like Inter, for the body copy. But yeah, I'm just going to pick this one for the headings and see how it looks or how it works.
Seems right, it never was. We were just stuck into something. Time shows we let it go for too long. Go back, I never could. It wasn't what I was searching for at all. We've been turning upside down. Now things are stranger. Nothing's left to say. Too far gone to go back to that place. And I don't wanna feel that way.
It's a bit tempting to just go straight into Affinity. I haven't used Affinity in a while. Also, I haven't used Adobe in a while. I feel a bit more comfortable in Figma. I think I'm just going to do everything in Figma, then port it over if I ever need to. But I think it should be fine. Yeah, I'm going to try that. This looks good, but I think kind of makes sense just to stick to what I know to limit time.
Seems right, it never was. We were just stuck into something. Time shows we let it go for
So one of those things that are a little bit weird when it comes to logos. This name for me is a little bit too big, but I need to find a way to outline that this is not Web Studio, and it's Webstudiosi. There's like this part. So let me see if I can come up with something, but so far there is nothing. Run Jeopardy. So I think I'm just going to stick to one of these. I'm not so sure. Might need to consult with someone, but it's because I can then use the element, which is the mark here, on other items like social posts, video covers, and things like that. But yeah, it's not final. I still need to experiment a little bit. But yeah, let's see how it goes. I wanted to open Reddit, but then I don't trust it. I trust it with the same trust that I give to Twitter. You might see some things that are weird, but the concept that I wanted to explore was this one. So, you know, on Reddit, there is this thing called subreddits where it's R, then subreddit, something like this. I thought that would be a neat idea to show that this is community, and I'll write it like this instead. But I'm not so sure how that would work. Will we use it? But yeah, I could try it. We can see how it works, but it's a little bit tricky. Cool. So now that I have somewhat of a concept or a few sketches, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and replicate some of these mockups and see how everything else would look like in practice. Because sometimes you might create something, then it works, then when you move it to like real use, then it kind of sucks. So to avoid that, I'm just going to pick this one, and let's say that one, and let's copy all of these. So I'm going to try and become a little bit creative with the concept itself, because again, like I said, I just want to validate something fast, then we move on to the next thing. So if it works, if the idea works, it works, then I'll try and create something unique for the final product. But this kind of works. So we have a challenge. not yet better, but I think I might need to shut this down a bit sooner than planned. Okay, good. So what we have now is we have a few concepts that we feel like, or what that I feel like are going to work. So the first one being we have these icons, simple, straightforward. We adapt this subreddit kind of style with yeah, something like this. So this is one concept, second concept. And then for type, it would be great to just use one font, but in this case, I think I might stick to something basic and boring as oh damn it, I wasn't showing. Cool. So I might stick to something as boring as Oswald, right? So an example of this, I'm just going to try and recreate this. Can I make it bolder than this? I don't think so. Okay. So let's do stats for the month. Then we do 7 terabytes. Actually, let me see if I can find. Let me see if I can find another font. And for some reason, this noise cancelling thing signed me out. Okay, okay. It's not my current machine. That's for the month. Let's do CO. Okay, so let me just go to the site. Webstudio statistics. I do CO statistics for the month of. All right. Then for this one, we can use this font, and then we don't have to capitalize it. We can just make it standard body copy. And I think I'm going to stick to Oswald. That makes sense. Let's see. Oswald, yeah. This. Then for the actual copy, let's do requests. So we have requests, and then we have bandwidth. Bandwidth. That's the correct spelling, I doubt. So bandwidth, then we have projects. These, I'm assuming that these are projects that are already on the site or on the platform. Projects, then we have Discord. I don't have to make everything, it's fine. Discord. All right, so we then have to use the same to match sort of like the stuff that we're going for. We have to match the same what do you call this? The same type or the same font. So this then becomes not this one. Should follow this. Let's make this 20 instead. Let's clip it. Then we do bandwidth, which was 7.12 TB, and then 168K, 168K. And then we have Discord. Let's just say 1.2K. All right. So if I do group and group this and group this, so the way that I would have it is, let's do width 200 so that it's everything. So the way that I would do it, because we have this, but I'm not so sure if it's going to work. I'm just going to leave it out. So if we select these and we give them a little bit of padding, let's do 24, a little bit too much. Let's do 16. Then we give this, let's say 400. That's too much. 320. 280. Let's do 280. Then we give these a stroke. And to align these easier, we just group them, then we ungroup them. We can separate them slightly like this because we're going for, I'm not so sure if it's going to make sense, but we have these okay, I need to verify something 1 second. So we have these rounded borders, but then the type that we're using is a little bit flat, which is crisis, but we'll manage it when we get there. And so I'm just going to make these rounded, make it easier. All right, follow the same design. So now the question is, if this was a slide, let's do it like this. If this was a slide, would it be interesting? Assuming that this is on YouTube, all right, animated and stuff. I'm just going to pop in more data here. Yeah, it's fine. Assuming that this was on YouTube as a slide or as a screen. Would this make sense? Obviously, there's a little bit of alignment issues, but obviously I need to work on the alignment and stuff. But if this was I think I'd give it a pass, but I wouldn't say it's final. Obviously, there's nothing else outside of this, so definitely not final. Cool. So with a bit of color, I think we'll be getting there. And second thing is let's do one more before I shut this down. Let's do this one. Let's duplicate these. Remove these. Let's go to the website. Let's look for some copy. Let's do, assuming we're doing a banner or a design for like an event. Right, so here is where now this sort of like concepts now sort of like come in. We could start to use this style that we have on the logo. So if it's a meetup, then the location becomes this. Maybe let's do. I don't know. Okay, good. So now, assuming that we have this as our logo, put it here. Yeah, kind of repetition, I guess. Let's do another meetup. We have designers, right? Let's give it a pop of color. Let me copy colors from this one. Give them a yellow because they are a little bit dramatic. We can use the font that we installed on this one. do 16, 20 here. Okay, so we have we have designers, and then we put it here. Shouldn't be taking away from the actual ads. We have developers. Who else? We have agencies. All right, we change colors on this one, and these colors are only for illustration purposes. These are by no means the final ones. All right. Question now is, would this work as a concept? I don't know. But anyway, I think I'm gonna have to shut this down. It's been about an hour. I'll come back and do a little bit of a longer stream. I need to get to something. But yeah, it's been fun experimenting with these things. Hopefully I'll get to a usable state where I can now package it into like proper identity and stuff. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, passing by, whichever method that you used. Cheers.